Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Man, lots to go over. Awesome day, crazy day. And I'm all fired up. Things are gonna get very interesting. So let's go over everything. I had to close out Taiwan Semiconductor, and that's this is kind of a bummer, right? Because I had a nice, good position size on this one. Um, again, this is some sort of anomaly. So hey, I all time high to down 15% below the 50-day moving average. I mean, the chance of that happening is, and a nice uptrend, the chance of that happening has got to be just unbelievably low, right? So, average cost basis on those was like 206, got out right around 190, so that's like a 7% loss, something like that. So, yeah, it sucks because I was up really nice. But I mean, hey, this is whatever. And yes, I think this is overblown. Yeah, I definitely can go back up. You have this whole gap to fill, right? But it closes below the 50-day moving average, and I'm out. So you take the loss, move on. It's no harm, no foul. Um, Now let's see. Going over to Tesla, I'm still in Tesla. And see, I was saying it's weak. It's definitely weak, really weak. Like I said, I'll take this below the 50-day moving average and get out. No harm, no foul. Not a large position size in this one. If I have to, whatever. So when was this? The average cost in these is $411.74. So let's see this on a weekly chart. Yeah, it's just, what is it like this now? Who knows? Who knows? We'll see what happens. Hey, if this can get back above like 420 in a meaningful way, I'll certainly add to this one. All right, so that's Tesla. Silver and gold down, but let's talk about silver and gold. So silver looks okay. It's kind of hanging on. So SLV, these are April 17 is the expiration. So, we got 80 days out. $26 strike price. 260 is what I pay. Those currently 220. But now let's go over to gold. So nice little pullback here in gold. That still looks totally fine, right? So here's the first shortest trend line that I drew that I said, it's not enough for me to get long in any meaningful swing position. And same thing with this one as well, But again, it's sitting right here at this trend line that I drew. So we'll see, what happens. Any pullback or moving sideways, whatever is all good. This still looks great. If this could form some sort of, handle here, right? It's even more consolidation. This would support a massive move higher. And, in silver, it's just a starter position, right? So it's about a third of a position size on. Okay, now, Bitcoin down pretty big, but some sort of a rebound. I guess I am surprised with this today. But anyway, so March 21st is the expiration, $55 strike price. $675 is what I paid for it. That was currently flat. So still looks fine. It's hanging on, right? So here's this this trend line, oftentimes you'll see a breakout and a retest of this, and even going down like this, right? So today I extended this trend line here to because I thought, you know what, this is looking like it's probably hitting that trend line, and sure enough, it was. And so, this is fine. I don't know. It's whatever. It's whatever. I don't have much of an opinion, right? Sort of whatever. Okay, there's that. Now moving on, Amazon. So we'll talk about some things here, but look at this. Here's another trend line that I drew a while back. And boom, right at it. And opened up like right at it. This is all after hours. This gray area is kind of immaterial, but oh my gosh. So anyways, right at this trend line, respects a trend line, and closes up for the day. And we're going to go over some things here. And so those are the debit spread. So that's February 14 is the expiration, 225 on the long call, 235 on the short call. 405 is what I paid for it. And those are currently right around 6. So this is acting fine. Those are all the positions. Again, I was super light in my positions. I closed out, all those NASDAQ calls last Friday. No, wait, not Friday. This was Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, this day. So it was super light coming into the day. And yeah, this was not the place to chase it. It was a good conservative area to get out. And so now let's just go over some things here. So let's go over all Mag 7. So NVIDIA blasted 17% down. And if you were to say NVIDIA gets blasted 17%, semis are falling off a cliff, and, what is it, Meta hits all-time high, I think? Yeah, look at this, 2% almost. Up, 2%. NASDAQ's at like 3%, Meta's up 2%, Amazon's up. I would have said there's no way, and you're absolutely insane for even saying that, right? So, look at this. The strength is just, and the strength in Amazon, too, So, Amazon, Meta, NVIDIA is now a no-go. Do I think this is overblown? I totally think that this is overblown. And this could be a fantastic trade here. And for a gap fill or something, this looks pretty good. But hey, rules are rules. It is what it is. I'm not trying to force anything here. Below the 200-day moving average is, a no-go. So that is what it is. Let's look at so Google. Google down 4%. Man, jeez. Ugh. Nasty close too. Man, but hey, this still looks fine, right? Now it's below the 21-day moving average, and that's never a good sign, but it's uptrend, right? About the 50-day moving average. Okay, now let's look at Microsoft. How did Microsoft do? Oh, wow. It showed some pretty good strength today. Cool. So, this is just hanging on, barely, Yeah, just barely hanging on. But like I've been saying for what feels like forever now, if this can create a new uptrend, that would be fantastic. It would be supported very much so to the upside. But the same is true to the downside, which is why I'm not trying to anticipate anything. I don't anticipate anything. As a trader, you react to what you are given, right? Not the other way around. And I think a lot of people get messed up in that of what is going to happen, what is going to happen. You don't need to know, right? You kind of react to what is happening. So Amazon, Google, Tesla, man, maybe Apple. So Apple's up 3%, right? So NASDAQ down 1,000,000%. Apple's up 3%. Amazon closed up. Meta all-time highs. You know? So, and then we're going to go over some indexes and sectors, right? So, if I was thinking Nvidia's down 14%, semis just get absolutely crushed, I would think this bull market's over. But I don't think that it is, although this is worrying. Now semis are below the 200-day moving average. That is worrying, but here, let's there's some serious strength going on. So financials, let's go over to Dow. There's serious strength. Right off the 50-day moving average and then closes up. Again, Nvidia's down 15%. And Dow closes up. I mean, that's insane, right? So this massive, I was very curious with how this was going to act today because, after hours, boom, 50-day moving average right here. This is right at market open and just ripped. And I really was waiting for maybe more of a pullback, more of a consolidation to go along Dow, because Dow, boom, bouncing off the 50-day moving average. And one never came, and who knows, maybe I missed out on this a sweet opportunity, and clearly I did all day. I mean, that would have been fantastic. But, you miss out. It's no big deal. So, yeah, I mean, Dow just rocking. Absolutely rocking. Look at this. Financials, again, I can't even stress enough. Nvidia is down 15%, and financials almost making new highs. Berkshire Hathaway's up like 2%. 2.5% Berkshire Hathaway's up. And we were talking about this in here. What is this? This is a cup with like a little bit of a handle, some sort of consolidation back above the 50-day moving average, looking really good. So let's see, JP Morgan is up and looks great. I wouldn't start a position here, right? But I mean, massive uptrend we're talking about. Goldman Sachs looks fine. But again, I'm not going to start a position here, right? But I mean, I'm just showing the strength that is out there. MasterCard, whoa. 2.6%. Holy moly. Visa, 1.5, 1.3, made another all-time high. So there is serious strength out there. And Dow, my favorite index, rocking. But again, I mean, this is right up to resistance. Okay, so I'm not going to start a position here. Let's look at Russell. Russell gets booted off the 50-day moving average. Okay, so there's that. Let's see, SPY was down pretty big, but rebounded a little bit. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, see, look, shakes everybody out. Has a pretty good close. We'll see what can happen. If this turns up, that would be great. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, now let's look at bonds. Huge day. Love to see it. That's fantastic. Gold's okay, silver. So XLP, consumer staples, blasted higher, rocketed. I mean, what? 2.7%, blew straight through the 200-day moving average, gapped up, blew straight through the 200-day moving average, sitting right here at resistance though, so, whatever. But again, I'm just showing serious strength. I think a lot of it is probably due to Johnson & Johnson, 4%. Bam, but right at the 200-day moving average. But like UPS, 2.5% today, 2.4%, so back above the 200-day moving average. Wow, I actually had no clue UPS was this bad. So this is great news for the economy, back above the 200-day moving average. Wow, could UPS be a good thing to go after? What is FedEx ticker symbol? I have no clue, but here's, oh, there it is, FDX. Here's Ford. Let's see how Ford looks. 2.5% today. Jeez. FDX. 3% today. Above the 200-day moving average. This is all sort of funky, but man, yeah, see, like UPS, boom, above the 200-day moving average for the first time since forever. Jeez. August of 23. Man, that feels like an eternity ago. So, yeah, what else looks good? Apple, eBay 3%. Whoa. Wow, this looks really good. Oh, man, that was so good looking on Friday. I'm a loser. I need to do a better job scanning. I'm much more of an index person, so. But, yeah, so look at this. eBay's rocking, right? So it's easy to get really bearish because NVIDIA's down a bajillion percentage points. But you have things for the economy like UPS, eBay, and Costco up huge, rocketing back above the 50-day moving average. Meta making all-time highs. Amazon closing up. Apple up 3%. Berkshire Hathaway 2.5%. Bank stocks rocking and rolling. Okay, so lots to be excited about for sure. I don't exactly know what tomorrow is going to bring because you got Dow coming right up into resistance. Gap fill and SPY and the Qs. Ugh, this is below the 50-day moving average. Yikes. Let's see, SPY, gap fill, SPY. Yeah, so, that looks pretty strong. Dow looks really the strongest, but again, what are you going to start a position here? No, I don't think so. There could be some day trades in here somewhere. Let's see how... So, anyways, yeah, this is awesome. It doesn't surprise me that there's rotation happening. I was already getting ready for that this week, mentally prepared for, all right, I'm going to, Dow and Russell is probably where to start looking. But I didn't know it would be this drastic, right? There's no way to have predicted that, rotation in bull markets happen all the time. I look for that a lot. And so I'm not surprised that the rotation happened like this. But, really, today was pretty nuts for Dow. Just given the weakness in NASDAQ and S&P, I was really anticipating more of a pullback and a better risk to reward to go after all this, but it never came, right? And that just shows serious strength, and that's good. That's fantastic. Hey, maybe this goes to all-time highs and I completely miss it, but there will be so many more opportunities to get into positions, and so yeah, that's the theme of 2025. Easy, stress-free place to receive, right? That helped me. That mindset helped me miss basically all of this today, except for, Taiwan Semiconductor, obviously, But hey, these things happen very, very rarely. Really rare. This is quite a weird market, honestly. It's very strange and weird and whatever, but, it is what it is. It's like, if this is what you're losing to, taking losses on something like this, the percentage of this stuff happening is so low that is okay and good and welcomed, right? Because this was played just fine. Started position here, then adding here on new highs with heavy volume breakout, added back here, and then just chilled. I mean, that's how you play. That's awesome. That's perfect. Respected this trend line. Is adding on it, moving up, all-time highs. Then to get blasted by some, Chinese random AI thing. And we could talk about that a little bit. I think it's a little bit overblown. But anyways, that is, other than being like, oh, dang it, it's completely fine. And if that's how you're going to take a loss, then, so be it, right? No mistakes were made in this. Great trade. Until it wasn't. But you guys understand what I'm saying. So let's talk about this DeepSeek thing. And I mean, shoot, it's way more efficient. And that's not really that surprising that China would have to come out with a much more efficient artificial intelligence because of their restriction to, NVIDIA's best chips, right? So they got to make more with less. And I think it's a great thing that they've come up with this in a better, efficient way for AI. Their DeepSeek kind of sucks, but a lot of AI sort of sucks right now. So, like I said, I think it is completely overblown, but my opinion means nothing, so whether I think it's overblown or not, I mean, close below the 50-day moving average. Look at this volume. You just get out of there. It's whatever. Like I said, was this 1% of the time? It's quite unique. Very rarely have I don't know if I've ever seen something like this. So again, taking a loss like that, so be it. Let's look at Uber. Uber finished up today. Below the 200-day moving average. That's a no-go. XOP, okay. So XOP rocking, bonds rocking. Gold looks okay. That I think could set up for something pretty sweet. Everything's moving up. It's kind of pulling back, right? Just wait, be patient, wait for the stochastic to sort of come down, move down, maybe go to the 21-day EMA. It's also kind of suspect, like, why does gold look so good, but whatever. Silver it's a laggard, right? But it's always a laggard to gold until it rockets for, a week or something. So that's neither here nor there. Let's see how gold miners did today. If there's no, actual capitulation, then who cares? Yeah, see, this, who cares? None of this is... It's all good. This could go down to 36, be okay. I mean, yeah, below the 200-day moving average sucks, but... okay... Yeah, so, I don't exactly know what the plan is for tomorrow. Maybe early in the morning, NASDAQ could just rip higher. There might be a little trade in there with NASDAQ. Maybe ES. I think ES looks better than NASDAQ. So as long as we're not opening up like a 0.5 percentage point or something, the morning could be pretty killer. Because, yeah, this looks fine. Let's see this on a weekly chart. Yeah, this looks like totally fine, I mean, yes, I am a little bit worried about things, but at the same time, markets are showing serious strength. Let's see what else got slammed today. Oh, Arista Networks, 22%. What? Whoa. I mean, this was kind of a clue to get out, but not really, right? So like these things are pretty rare. Some sort of little gap fill in here. I wonder why. Maybe we're down so much. Oh. Okay. Wow. Broadcom down 17.5%. Ooh, but, man, see, this is why I just really hate when stocks have a big gap because, it isn't, it will get filled. That is something that will happen. You don't know when, but it will get filled. And like, so, you're like, it's going to suck. And just bam. Vago, Nvidia, Taiwan Semiconductor. Just blasted. All right, let's look at Robinhood. Robinhood was down pretty big, 6%. But again, I mean, just sitting here at the 9-day moving EMA, whoa, train down 8%? What the heck for? It's really weird. We got earnings coming up. 7% is the largest decrease since 2020. Yeah, that's insane. On pace for life, blah, blah, blah. Snaps an 8-day winning streak. 44, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't say. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But that's not good. But it's about a 200-day moving average. What happened with Caterpillar? 3%. Huh. So, just really interesting stuff. Really weird market. Really strange, really crazy. There would be... since December 6th, this has probably been the weirdest, strangest market in a long time. But again, so Caterpillar down 3%, Train down 8.5%. Arista Networks, Avago, Nvidia, CCJ, down 15%. And Nuke's getting absolutely nuked. Oh, but it's sitting right here. Oh, dang. See, maybe if this starts turning up, there'll be a trade in here. And Dow finishes up. What a strange market. Unity Software down 2.5%. What else do we have in here? Yeah, so, and then MicroStrategy was down like 8% at one point today or something. I don't know exactly, but then, closes just a little bit down. Crazy times. Oh, see, Bitcoin's trying to turn up. Maybe this is some consolidation, right? So again, this could be a fantastic gift. It could be a fantastic gift. So like I said, just relax, chill, be in a position to receive what the market gives. I was super light going into the weekend, unbelievably light, even lighter now. Took all those profits from last week to preserve mental capital, not try and force any trades. So that allows me to be in a better mindset to see the market and react to the market as opposed to stressing. So with that, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Let's make tomorrow a fantastic day.